Story time, story time, story time. It's pretty late at night, but we got ourselves a story time. Now, just for story times, I like to just skip the walk. I mean, we could go on the walk and I could tell you the story, or I could just tell you the story, what's going on right now. We're just gonna skip the walk for now, so we can get straight into it. It's pretty serious, so this is gonna be a pretty serious video. I'm not gonna be like making jokes or nothing like that, because there's nothing really funny about it. It's just facts. Like, it's just what's going on. It's not something I can really joke about personally. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if you're a funny person you can joke about it, but I'm not Dave Chappelle, so I can't make jokes about this. But yeah, right now what I'm looking for is a man named Yu Vang. I believe that says Yu, Y-U-E, Vang. Now, Mr. Vang here, I know a lot of people got that name, so I'm gonna say Hugh. I'm gonna say Hugh, because I know people who got the last name Vang, and I don't want them to be associated with this person, because this guy is not a good guy. Let's say that. Okay, this is not one of the good ones. All right. But yeah, man, let's get straight into it. So this is what we got today from Fox 9. St. Paul man targeted 500 plus girls in sextortion scheme. So yeah, like I said, this is not going to be something I can really joke about. The author of this one says Fox 9 staff, published May 25th, 2022 at 5:07 p.m. Says so right here. So, you know me, I like to look at the authors and stuff. I like to see the names. I want to know who wrote what I'm reading, you know what I'm saying? This article is actually one of the better ones. Yeah, it gives you information that I actually wanted to know and stuff. It's not like a skimming. Well, it is kind of like skimming. It doesn't go too into detail. But it does tell you like a decent amount. Like, assume what's going on. All right, let's just get straight into it. So a St. Paul man is accused. Yeah, we'll say accused. I don't know if he's been charged yet. For my legal protection, I'm gonna say accused. For my legal protection. A St. Paul man is accused of targeting more than 500 plus underage girls across the United States in a sextortion scheme that lasted years, according to U.S. Attorney from Minnesota. The suspect, 31-year-old Yu Vang, is currently charged with 2 counts of production of CP, 1 count of possession of CP, and 1 count of interstate communications with intent to extort. Alright, so I know what extortion means. I know what intent means. Interstate communications with extent to extort. That means he had a plan to extort people, for people who don't understand. I know a lot of people can't, understand some of the articles. I can barely understand half of stuff I read. That's why I gotta read it like 3 different times. So he had a plan to extort underage children. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota says that Vang, over the course of about 5 years, created multiple accounts on different social media apps like Kik, Snapchat, and Skype, apparently posing as women. Alright, I don't know how you can pose as a woman on Skype. The only way I can think of that would be like to put on makeup and stuff. But I don't think Hugh over here has put it on makeup to... Well, he might be. I don't know. 500? That's a lot. He might be. But that's the only way I could think of tricking someone on Skype, because you have to use the camera, don't you, to talk? I wouldn't talk to someone in a text box on Skype. That's a little weird. This is it's like FaceTime. Imagine if FaceTime had a chat box. Well, that's called the messaging. That's called the message. That's the chat box. But whatever. Let's keep reading. I don't understand how. What? It must have been a text box. Had to be. Unless this man was dressing up. Okay, let's keep reading. While posing as a woman, authorities say Vang, I meant to say Hugh. Hugh would pry on vulnerable minor girls to convince them to send him sexually explicit photos. So yeah, he was catfishing. I can understand how you catfish on Kik and Snapchat, because you don't have to send pictures and videos on Snapchat. You can just talk in the text box, but I wouldn't even talk to someone on Snapchat if they didn't send me a picture of themselves. Like, who's this rando adding me on Snapchat talking about, hi, what's up? Like, no, send a picture. Who are you? Investigators say once Vang... again, sorry, they keep saying Vang. I don't want to say that. Investigators say once he received the photos, he would then turn... He would then in turn use the photos as blackmail, threatening to send the explicit photos to the victim's friends and family unless they sent more pictures. So yeah, that was the plan from the start with the intent to extort. Oh wait, hold on, I missed the part. All right, so yeah, he was gonna blackmail him for more pictures, or he wanted more pictures and videos, or engaged in sexual conduct. So he either wanted it, or he was trying to get pictures of it. If you get what I'm saying. Again, you're posing as a woman, so I don't know how you can trick someone into thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, to engage in this conduct, they would find out, like, hey, you said you were a woman. That's penis. The article doesn't say he was posing as a trans woman. It just says he was posing as a woman, so I'm assuming a female woman and not a trans woman. But as a trans woman, I can understand how you could trick them and engage in sexual conduct like that. But just like catfishing as a woman, I don't know if he got I don't know if he met up with the girls or not. But I know the article just says that he wanted to engage. So yeah. In one case in June 2016, prosecutors say Vang contacted a 15-year-old girl and threatened to distribute explicit pictures of her to yeah, this is the blackmail thing. This is just repeating what I said earlier. I don't know, this part right here is in quotes. Prosecutors. Oh, that's who said that. Prosecutor said that. So yeah, this quote again with the format and stuff, like the structure. This quote is just what this right here is saying. What this paragraph right here is saying. This quote right here is to validate the paragraph above it. Me personally, I wouldn't have even put this quote in there, because obviously that's part of the blackmail and the extortion. So to me, this is filler. To me, this is this should have been deleted. Like, I wouldn't even have put this in there. Like, this whole paragraph, I would have. Let's go to this last paragraph. Let's see. So far, investigators have identified more than 500 victims, but prosecutors say that they are still working to identify many more. Anyone who thinks they might be a victim is asked to click here. This site includes a list of names Q allegedly used on social media. I got childhood friends with the last name Vang. I want them to be associated with this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I clicked on the thing. This is an FBI website. I thought it was just okay. No, here we go, right here. So here's some of the some of the names. We got Anime Dork 69, Anime Dork TW, Bobo the Foo. No, I'm just kidding. This is Bobo 195 and Fushu 2, YV Anime Mickey Wire. Then we got some more down here. Display names. Oh, okay, yeah. So this down here is just telling you. I don't know what any of this stuff right here is talking about. Like, what? Is this just what he said? No, these are display names. Okay, whatever. Oh, I'm silly. I'm thinking display names and usernames are the same thing. They're not the same thing. That's right, because on Snapchat you can have a username and a different display name. That's right. But yeah, man, these are some of the ones he used. So if you see any of these, just know that that's a dude. Well, he's probably in jail now, but you get it. Yeah. So that's about all for the for this one. Don't forget, I did have other ones. I had two more. Okay, I had two more. I had an indigenous sex trafficking survivor that broke her spirit, written by Nathan O'Neill, published August 14th, 2022. This article that I'm talking about now, this is pretty lengthy, and I actually do like how it has her thoughts. This feels like a real article. This feels like something that I actually did read this article before. Here, I'll show you guys. Hold on. But this one right here. I read this whole article before. I started with this one, but I read this one. I was gonna read this one, but I was like, nah, I don't feel like reading that one right now. Or did I read this one? This one was pretty long too. So yeah, I went to this one because it was the shortest one. So we started here. Next time we'll be here. I'll play the video in the next episode. And then we'll finish it off with the FBI. 84 minors, 141 adults rescued in national sex trafficking operation. Written by Chris Williams. Alright, so yeah. That's all my thoughts I have for this article. About the St. Paul man. Hugh. If you want. Hold on. Nah, I was gonna put the link in the description. But you can see the URL right here. So if you want, you can just go and type that in. Make sure it's letter by letter, letter for letter. If you don't believe me, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't believe what I'm saying, you can just go look it up yourself and read it for yourself. But yeah, man, that was the story for this episode. Tune in next time for the Native American. This woman right here is Native American. Wait, does it say? Yeah, it says indigenous. Oh yeah, there we go. Right there, it says Native American right here, indigenous. I should have caught that. I missed that one. That's kind of racist from a man named Nathan. I don't think this guy is Native American. So they shouldn't be calling. No, this guy is definitely not Native American. So they definitely shouldn't be calling Native Americans indigenous. I've never heard a Native American refer to themselves as indigenous. I've only heard white people refer to them as that. Personally, I never really spoke to a Native American. All right, I've only heard stories, but maybe they do call themselves indigenous, and I'm just wrong. But I know media like Fox 9 up here. I know media and news outlets like to be racist and biased. So this is racist until it's not. That's what I'm saying. This is a racist title until it's not. Because it doesn't even say what what thing she's from. Or does it? Maybe I missed it. I don't even think it does. It doesn't even say, because there's Navajo, there's there's Sioux. I think there's one called Dakota. Like there's a bunch of Native Americans. Like they have names. That's like calling an African Zulu just African or black. Like he's black Zulu. He's black Nigerian. Maybe it's in this little box right here. No, it's not in that box. But this article is pretty crazy. I'll give you a little sneak peek. It's talking about right here. I'll read this for you. In Minnesota, the Safe Harbor law does provide legal immunity to trafficking victims who are 24 years old and younger, protecting them from being criminally charged with prostitution. That's crazy. That's number one. That's crazy. Number two, here we go.